Imagine this. You're in the market for a new car. You set yourself a few requirements that the particular vehicle has to meet. Simply put, you're presented with a triangle of choice. What is this triangle of choice, you ask? A triangle that displays three basic priorities of an average car buyer, wherein you can only choose two sides with the other one being the trade-off. Any given vehicle has three basic priorities that change depending upon its class. Now, in the case of a supercar, these 3 points are performance, build quality, and value for money. And in some cases, the value for money is what is the trade-off. But what if I told you I could get you a pre-owned supercar that satisfies all 3 points of this triangle? So what is this Audi R8? Well, the Audi R8 is a mid-engine two-seater supercar which uses Audi's trademark quattro all-wheel drive system. It was introduced by Audi in 2006 to the world and to India in July of 2010. Now the R8 we have over here is called the Type 42 and is the first generation variant. What we have with us is the facelifted variant right now, and this one shares a lot of its components with the Lamborghini Gallardo, that is the chassis and the engine, which is also owned by Audi's parent company, the Volkswagen Group. To start off with the exterior highlights, let's start off with these beautiful headlamps. Now these are an all LED unit which was quite unique to the R8 back in the day. They are super bright and the headlamp is designed in such a distinctive way that it can be used to recognize the R8 almost a mile away. Now right below that we have an air intake which is again designed to make the R8 stand out. Further below which you'll find the front parking sensor, right next to which you'll find the optional front canards. Looking at the R8 head-on, it just screams its aggressive looks without any crazy cuts or creases. In fact, the R8 is so very well designed that almost a decade later, it still pulls eyeballs, especially in the Samoa orange color. Now coming over to the side of the R8 V10, you can clearly see the 4.4 meter long body length of this car. It's a long car. Now taking a look at these rims, they are of 235, 35, ZR19 size rims and a 305/30 at the rear. The paint finish you see on the rims as well as the brake calipers were all done by the previous owner and is not directly from the factory. The side view mirrors are finished in gloss black and is typical Audi design. Now you have normal door handles which are a blessing. And you can also see one of the intake vents over here. Coming to the most controversial styling bit of the R8 when it was launched, it is the side blade. Now it is finished in carbon fiber as default, or you can have it body colored for an extra from the factory. You can also see the fuel cap over here. Now coming over to the rear of the R8, it's a clean and functional design. No unnecessary cuts or creases over here, just like the rest of the car. The tail lamps are an all LED unit, and the R8 was one of the very first cars in the world to have dynamic turn signals on them. What can also be seen at the rear of the R8 is the diffuser, the twin exhaust, and this optional wing on top of the actual active wing, which can still be raised up or down. You can also see the beautiful V8 engine through this transparent engine cover, which was again a huge talking point of the R8 when it debuted. To get into the R8, it's your normal flippy key with buttons for lock, boot and unlock. Now pressing the unlock button and walking forward towards the car and opening up the door, you're welcomed by an all black interior. Now taking a closer look at that door pad, you can see the door opening warning lamp over here, your window and ORVM controls, and a decently sized door pocket that can actually be used and is of decent size. You can also see the R8 branded door sill over here. Coming to the most important part of the cabin, the seats. They are finished in leather. They're comfortable by supercar standards and are electrically adjustable. It won't be hard for you to find your comfortable driving position in them. What can also be seen over here are the aluminium pedals. Taking a closer look at the steering wheel, we have the track, seek and mode button on the left hand side and the volume and voice command button on the right hand side, behind which is the upshift paddle on the right, and on the left is the downshift paddle. On the right hand side are your wiper stalks and behind that are your headlamp controls. On the left hand side is the indicator and high beam. Starting up the R8 V10, we get the good old analog instrument cluster all lit up. Now with your oil temperature gauge and RPM gauge on the left hand side, the engine temperature gauge, fuel gauge and MID in the middle, your speedometer and battery voltmeter on the right hand side. It is very well lit and is easily readable, and it also gels with the design of the car really well. Right below your indicator stalk on the left hand side is your cruise control stalk, which is used to activate or deactivate the cruise control. Coming to the center console, we have a very driver oriented design for the center console. Now you can see the audio system with its controls over here, and right below that you can see the AC controls, which is an automatic climate control unit. Now right below that you can find the buttons for the heated seats as well. Next up is the shifter knob, finished in this beautiful metal knurled finish, right next to which you can find the sports button, which activates the sports mode. Coming further below, you have your hazard button in the center, to the left of which you have your active wing button as well as your ride height adjustment. Coming further below, you have a lot of cubby holes and your normal physical parking brake. Taking a look at the passenger side, you have a decently sized glove box, which is surprising by supercar standards. Up top, we have the inside rearview mirror as well as the interior light with its control. Now no fancy sunroofs over here to save weight. At this point in the video, I normally walk towards the back of the car to show you the boot. But since the R8 has its engine in the back, it's got a boot up front, which is a frunk. It is well spaced and it also has a boot lamp inside. Coming to the most important point of the Audi R8, its performance. Now the R8 was initially equipped with a V8 engine. Specifically, it's an all aluminium alloy 32 valve petrol engine with the FSI technology that put out 414 HP and 413 Newton meters of torque. Now this vehicle which we have with us has the V10, which debuted in 2008. Now it uses the same FSI technology and it put out 525 horsepower and 513 Newton meters of torque. This is the same engine that's found in the Lamborghini Gallardo, albeit with a different state of tune. So how does starting up 525 horsepower sound like? Well, take a listen. come to the driving bit of the Audi R8 V10, you sit quite low to the ground, but the visibility all around is excellent. The A-pillar is thin and the rearward visibility is decent. To drive the R8 V10 in the city is a breeze. The amount of power and torque available right from the get-go is simply superb. Although the car seems low, it didn't bottom out even once when I took it out for a drive. Now pin your foot to the floor and the V10 screams its way into triple digit speeds faster than you can say das ist zu schnell, which is German for that is too fast. The gearbox is good but a bit jerky when you command a downshift or two. The handling is on point thanks to the quattro system and the steering feels perfect. Overall, the R8 V10 is a delight to drive, be it in the city or out on the highway. Now here are the 5 things that I like and dislike about the Audi R8 V10. Now do note that the likes and dislikes are based on this pre-owned version of the R8. So how does the R8 V10 meet all 3 points of the triangle of choice then? Well, the first one was performance. A V10 putting out 525 HP is more than adequate to get your adrenaline pumping. The second one was build quality. The R8 V10 is just like your typical German car. The quality on both the inside as well as the outside is superb. The third one being the price. Well, you see, a new R8 V10 would have cost you 2.3 crores on road India, whereas this pre-owned V10 was selling for less than 33% of the original's price, which was a brilliant deal. So put together all 3 points, a pre-owned R8 V10 is then a brilliant supercar that meets all your supercar priorities. So there you have it, that was my review of the Audi R8 V10. Now a huge thanks to Boomcast Chennai for lending me the R8 for a day. And if you are in Chennai and you're looking for a pre-owned exotic car, look no further than Boomcast Chennai. You can contact them using the info shown on the screen right now. So thank you so much for watching this video. Now what do you think about an R8 V10? Would you ever buy a pre-owned R8 V10? Do let me know down in the comment section. So please do like this video and please do subscribe to my channel as it helps me out a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe, wear a mask and wear your seatbelt.